Welcome, foolish mortals. I am your host, your ghost host. There's no turning back now. This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
Shake up a martini, pull up a chair, and let's go thrifting. This is Mid-Century Wasted. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm Jamie and this is Mid-Century Wasted. For those of you brand new who have never watched my channel, I thrift a lot. I go to estate sales and yard sales, and I am always on the hunt for mid-century items, especially mid-century modern. That is my jam. But a lot of times I find myself being drawn to anything vintage, even all the way through the 70s. But the mid-century stuff is really what I'm looking for the most. Today I am joining the Halloween open collaboration hosted by Nesting Haven and Gentle Thrifty Mama, two lovely ladies who have their own YouTube channels. I'm really excited to be joining this collaboration hosted by them, and I will link their channels in the description box below, as well as the link to the playlist of everyone who's joining this collaboration. So it should be really fun. I know I'm going to be binge watching Sunday when this posts, along with probably a lot of you. So thank you to Nesting Haven and Gentle Thrifty Mama for hosting this. I am super stoked to be joining. Let's start this haul. I have been collecting Halloween things, all year, really, when I really think about it. I'm always looking for vintage Halloween things. Some of this stuff is vintage. Some of it is what I would consider retro, meaning it's new, but it's got kind of the 50s vibe. And some of this stuff I would say is just basically new. Now, I want to start, you might hear the rattling in my lap here. I want to start this haul with some Pyrex, because as you may or may not know, behind me, my Pyrex obsession is starting, there's some Corningware, but my Pyrex obsession is starting to expand. So for Halloween, you kind of got to stretch yourself a little bit to find Halloween Pyrex. There is no official Halloween patterns for Pyrex, but I have 3 pieces here that I find work really well with Halloween displays. So this first one I'm going to start with is the barbed wire pattern casserole dish. This is the divided casserole. You see that? I'm peeking over like. So I am starting this thrifty collaboration with kind of breaking the rules because I bought this on eBay. I have been wanting this one for my own Halloween display. I feel like this is the one that is the most naturally Halloween out of any Pyrex out there. There are some other white and black patterns. There's a white and black gooseberry pattern, and then the black snowflake patterns, which also can work for Halloween. But to me, this one, of course, I can't make a single video without Penny being a nuisance in the background. But anyway, to me, this one's the quintessential Halloween Pyrex pattern. I'm not really sure why you would want this one otherwise. It's a barbed wire pattern. Why would you want barbed wire like the rest of the year? I don't know. Having a welcome home from prison party? Welcome back. You're out. Let's have some casserole. I don't know. I don't know why you would want this one otherwise. Perfect for Halloween. I think it's gonna go in there when I kind of revamp my cabinet for Halloween, although I might decorate my shelves above my desk instead. Haven't really decided. What did I pay for this? I don't remember. So I will look it up when I'm editing and I'll put it across the screen. Yeah. But again, didn't really thrift it, so I'm already breaking the rules. Sorry guys. I mean, it's secondhand, it's used. Does that kind of count? I don't know. I paid more for this than I would have if I found it in a thrift store. I mean, I think the way the prices are in the thrift stores these days, you never know. I probably got it for a better deal than at the thrift store. Knowing my local thrift stores. I'm in Southern California, by the way, so I know that's not necessarily true everywhere, but it's getting kind of pricey out there. All right, I'm gonna put this down and let's walk through the next two pieces of Pyrex. Okay, this one, ooh, it looks like it's in a little worse shape than it actually is. Something about the lighting on the camera. It's not really like that worn looking. It has some utensil marks, but anyway, this is a Friggy. I'm not entirely sure what set this one goes with. Maybe the Autumn Harvest? I don't know. There's no pattern on it. It's just an orange Pyrex Friggy. The reason I'm calling this one Halloween is because there are people, wonderful people, on Etsy who sell vinyl decals in a black Halloween pattern, basically specifically for this piece of Pyrex. You can find these on Etsy and I think that they're just so cool. So when I saw this one in the thrift store, this was at Goodwill, that was immediately what I thought of, and so I picked it up. I actually do have a Cricut vinyl cutter myself, so I will probably do it myself, although I might just buy one and put it on here just for the sake of time, because Lord knows I'm busy. Like, my whole house is filled with projects that I never get to. But anyway, for now, this is gonna go in here. I have kind of a fall thing going on, but I'm probably gonna temporarily take the turquoise and the yellow out and just go black and orange. I got that at Goodwill for $5.99. $6 for the Friggy, the orange Friggy. Not great, not horrible. Fine for me if I'm keeping it for Halloween, which I have not mentioned yet. If you don't know me, probably most of you don't, since I'm kind of new, I collect and I resell. You can find me on Etsy and eBay, and I will have links to my stores down below. Okay, last piece of Pyrex. This one, purple and black. This is a very unique and odd Pyrex casserole dish. They call this one Midnight Bloom, and it's purple. It's a periwinkle purple. The black lid. See if you can kind of see that. Very strange. Very, very strange. Unique. I guess I won't call it strange. But to me, purple and black, those are Halloween colors. First thing I thought when I saw this was Halloween. Yeah, it's just a really, really different from most Pyrex you see. This is up in my stores. I found this at a yard sale. I believe I want to say I paid $2 for it. It may have been $3. It was not more than $3. Unbelievable find. I love finding Pyrex at yard sales. Goodwill, they usually price Pyrex kind of crazy. The fact that that Friggy was only $6 with the lid is kind of unbelievable. And I think it's because it's kind of scuffed up, but I know that Peak will get those scuffs out and then it'll look really nice. There is a tiny chip on the lid, but I never care about that on lids because you can find other lids eventually. Like, I have a whole hoard of just random Pyrex lids. I don't think I have any other Friggy lids right now, but I'm sure I'll find one eventually. Like, I just don't care. I don't care that much for my own stuff. Doesn't bother me if it's got a little tiny chip in it. All right, so moving on. I don't even know where to go next. So much stuff. Let's just start on top. So this was from actually an estate sale. I saw this and I just thought 80s, like immediately. I'm a child of the 80s and just, I don't know, just the packaging, the kid, the clothes, something about it. I'm like, oh, that must have been from the 80s. And sure enough, this was 1989. So I think it was maybe like 50 cents or $1. It was kind of one of those situations at an estate sale where I was buying a bunch of stuff and they kind of gave me just a bundled price for everything. I thought this would be really cool to keep and put leaves in it as decorations. Like, I have a kid probably that age and I thought it would be really fun to rake up some leaves and put it into this bag And then I realized that I live in Southern California and we don't have seasons. And even if we did, we live in an apartment and don't have a tree that has leaves that fall. So we have no leaves. We do have a tiny little yard. Like I saw this and then I forgot who I am, where I live, and what my situation is. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this now. Maybe I'll just try to sell it on Etsy or something. I don't know. I haven't even looked these up to see what these go for. I do like the graphics on the back. It would be a cute little thing to just set out, you know, for decoration, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. What was I thinking? Okay, these were in a bag at my local Savers. They have little, here I'll show you just another one that I still have in the bags. I know some people's thrift stores don't have a wall filled with bags, but they come in little bags like this with prices on them. And so it's like everything in the bag is a price. I'll get to all that later. But so these were bagged together and the bag was $3.99 at Savers. And some gruesome, like, unnecessarily disgusting candles with blood gushing out of the skeleton's eyeball sockets. That's fun. They're in the package still. I thought that was cool. They are a little like they've been in an attic for a while and they kind of got, can you see that? They're kind of curvy, like they got a little melted and bent. But, you know, it's Halloween decorations, so does it really matter? I don't think so. And then this one's really much more just nicer, more pleasant. Little candle with the spider on it. Although I think my husband would be more scared of this one than this one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these. I think most of this stuff I'm gonna keep because Halloween, vintage Halloween especially, I mean these are probably what, like maybe 80s or 90s I would think, but technically counts as vintage on Etsy. Like I could definitely sell these on Etsy, but it's just hard to find vintage Halloween. Have you guys noticed that? Like everybody else who was doing this collaboration, vintage Halloween is not easy. I mean, you can find thrift store Halloween stuff, but it's going to be from, you know, Walmart from 2 years ago. So actual legitimate vintage Halloween is kind of tough to find. So I was actually happy to find these. So I'm probably gonna keep them, especially $4 for like 2 candles basically. Yes, they're brand new in the package, but like this package has like a big hole in the cellophane and the candle's been heated and melted in somebody's attic. So I don't know that there's a lot of resale value in those, but for me to put into my Halloween decorations, lots of value. I'll go through some stuff that I just think works as Halloween decor. Again, kind of like the Pyrex, it's not specifically meant to be for Halloween, but I think that it just has a Halloween vibe, I guess. So let's start with this guy. I have actually had this for a while. As you can see, I have planted a plant in it. Even though this is currently up for sale in my Etsy shop, I am banking on just it not selling for a long time. And I mean, I had to clean it out anyway because I had a plant in it when I bought it, or had dirt in it when I bought it. So I figured it wouldn't matter if I planted my own plant in it. But it kind of has a pumpkin look. My 3-year-old points at it all the time and says pumpkin. And then I put the spider plant in it, and I don't know, it's been sitting around in my house for a while, and I just, every time I look at it, I think like this just is part of my Halloween decorations because it's just, you see the dipped, I'm poking myself in the eye with the plant. It's a dipped glaze planter. I mean, this planter is pretty. I did include this in a previous estate sale haul. I bought this at an estate sale. I don't even remember how much it cost. It was like $6 or $8, something like that. But I've been using it, and it's for sale. Almost all of my stuff that I have for sale, I usually put, I mean the coolest stuff anyway, I put it out so I can enjoy it and look at it until it sells. Some stuff I'm actually like bummed when it sells. I'm like, oh, that sold? Really? I wasn't really done enjoying it, but it's okay. There's always something else, right? Here's another thing that I just thought was creepy and Halloween looking. You see that? This is, I believe, an acrylic painting of some birds in a bird nest with the moon in the background. Again, this is one of those things where I'm not really sure, other than Halloween. I mean, maybe some people just like birds and bird nests, but like those are like ravens. I mean, I just get very Edgar Allan Poe vibes from this, you know? So to me, this is Halloween decor. And I have this up in my Etsy shop in the Halloween section. Yeah, I mean, this would be hanging in the Haunted Mansion, if you know what I'm talking about, where my Disneyland peeps at. Yeah, I mean, I like it though. I think it's like very interestingly painted. It's like kind of blown out. You can't really see it really well right now. Get it close up. Yeah, you can kind of tell what I'm talking about. You get the gist. It's really well framed. It's got like the little velvet trim. I don't know, just everything about this to me is screaming like Halloween. Even though it's just some birds in a nest. It's just a cute little painting, but I don't know. Maybe somebody would want that in their house and sometime other than Halloween, but I wouldn't, but that's just me. Okay, this one's a little bit of a stretch, but I collect these Junior Deluxe Edition hardback books. They are kids' books, and I think I have one or two in some previous haul videos. But this one, I just found this today, and I was so excited about it because I collect this series anyway. This one has a Halloween vibe to it, and it is Grimm's Fairy Tales. Now, you might be saying, Jamie, well, see, here's a witch right there. But you might be saying, Jamie, how are fairy tales related to Halloween? Well, first of all, let's look at the artwork on the cover. You got the witch. You got some funky little, like, what the hell is that? I don't know. Scary looking little creature. If you have read Grimm's Fairy Tales, this was $1.79 by the way at Savers. I was just trying to take this tag off. It looks like it's ripping the book ever so slightly, so I'm gonna be very careful. Ooh. Oh, I hate it when they put tags on paper stuff. So ridiculous. But anyway, have you ever read Grimm's Fairy Tales? These are the creepiest, most not suitable for children's stories in the world. Talk about nightmares. Like, the real versions of the fairy tales always end in somebody eating someone alive, putting somebody in an oven, somebody throwing themselves off a cliff. There's blood and guts and gore and gruesome shit in these books. In Twisted, the Grimm's Fairy Tales. They're twisted. So this, to me, is Halloween decor. For sure, to put this out. And it does even have the witch on the, I mean, it's probably Hansel and Gretel, right? For the witch, they push the witch into the oven and kill her at the end. I mean, come on. Yeah, Rapunzel, the wolf, and the 7 little goats. Don't even know what that is, but I'm pretty sure like the wolf is eating the goats and that, right? Cat and mouse, the goose girl. You know that's not good. Oh, I forgot. This has a really cute little inscription inside too. I'm talking about how freaking gruesome and twisted this is. And then of course it has this sweet, lovely little inscription. It said, to Christine, I'm gonna have to read it this way. To Christine, December 12th, 1956. Love, Grandpa, looks like Tolan, Grandpa Tolan. How sweet! Grandpa Tolan wanted Christine to have nightmares. See, it's illustrated inside. That's why I love this series, like the cover artwork, inside artwork, the pictures inside. These books are just really, really fun. MCMLIV. 1954. Is that when he wrote on there? 1956. Wait. Is it 1956? IV. No, it's 4. So we gave this to her 2 years after it was published. But anyway, definitely keeping this because it goes with the other ones that I have. Not sure I'll let my boys read this one. Maybe when they're a little older and they're old enough to laugh about how twisted they are and how these are not right for children. This is definitely going in my Halloween decor. Because I just think it's cool looking. I especially like that witch on there. All right. Well, let's do the little frog here. Can you see this little guy? This is a little frog figurine. He's small. Like if you can see him in my hand here. Don't drop him, Jamie. I'm including this just because witches, putting frogs into witch's brew. I don't know. I could see this sitting out with Halloween stuff. When I was a kid, I was a witch for Halloween like 5 years in a row. And when I got to the age where I started to kind of feel too old to dress up and not really want to dress up, we set up very elaborate decorations in the front yard, and I stayed home to pass out candy to the kids, but I still dressed up as a witch. And I remember one year we got a big cauldron and dry ice and a broom, and I had all these bottles of potions and labeled them. I mean, I went all out. And so if I had this little frog, I definitely would have put him in like a jar or something and acted like I was adding him to my witch's brew. So anyway, that's what I thought of when I see this guy. But just aside from that, see his little diamondy eyes there? Like, this is a cute little figurine. I got this at an estate sale. I'm gonna say he was about $1, but again, this was a bundled situation. He will be for sale in my Etsy shop. And I don't really know what these are. Something having to do with like miniature animal figurines. I mean, I don't really know much about figurines. I'm not really a figurine person. I was drawn to this when I was at the estate sale. So there he is. And same estate sale, I got this little kitty cat. And this is really kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pottery. And the base color of the cat is just the raw pottery, the unglazed pottery. And then the colorful stripes on the calico cat are glazed. So not only are they in color, but they're the shiny glaze too. And his little white cheeks and nose and eyes are glazed too. So I don't know, I just thought he was interesting. He is marked on the bottom. I don't know what it says. I have no idea what that says. Again, very small little kitty. I am more drawn to cats because I have cats. I am a cat person. But I also thought, being a calico cat, first of all, cats, Halloween, just in general, cat decorations for Halloween. And then he's orange and black, being a calico cat. So definite Halloween vibes on that one. He will also be listed for sale in my Etsy shop. Let's just say someday. I'm a little behind on my listings. Let's see, last thing that's not, I mean, that's pretty, it's not exclusively Halloween, I guess. This could be Halloween or Thanksgiving or just fall. But we've got a pumpkin candy dish, pretty modern, I'm sure. Savers for $3.99. Oh, and just a note on prices. At Savers, I usually have a 20% off coupon. So these are multiple Savers strips, multiple Goodwill, multiple estate sales. Probably got 20% off of this. That's just my guess. But I thought that this would be cute filled with Halloween candy or candy corn. It would look really cute filled with candy corn, although this is kind of big. That would be a lot of candy corn. I don't know if I could handle that. I don't like candy corn. Does anybody like candy corn? It's kind of disgusting, isn't it? But yeah, I just thought it was a nice little jar. I could just fill it with tiny pumpkins too. I don't have to be like a fatty and fill it with candy, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. This guy actually is fun for me because he's like a little Dia de los Muertos statue, you know, a little Day of the Dead statue guy. He's not marked. He's some sort of a ceramic or something similar to that. My son, Bo, saw this at Goodwill. I think I paid a couple dollars for it, maybe $2 or $3. He saw this and he pointed at it and he said, Coco, Coco. And I was like, Coco? And I was looking everywhere to see like something Disney. But then I saw this and I was like, oh, Coco, like the movie Coco, the Disney movie. So of course I had to buy it. Like, why am I not going to buy that for him? It does have a little chip right there, like the tail of his coat. Right there, it's chipped off. Don't care. This is staying with us. My son likes this, so this is going in our Halloween decor, our Dia de los Muertos decor. I'll have to go buy some marigolds or something. I love that movie, by the way. Have you guys seen Coco? That movie is so good. He watches it over and over again. I dare you to not cry at the end of the movie. I'm gonna cry just thinking about the end of that movie. And it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. Every time the end of that movie comes on, if I'm really like watching it with him, look, I'm tearing up. I'm literally tearing up thinking about the movie Coco. If I'm really paying attention to it while that's on and it's the end of the movie, I cry every single time. So does my husband. We send each other pictures. Like if the other one's not home and we're watching it with the kids, we send each other pictures of us just like sobbing, being like, we're watching Coco. It's so good. It's so sad. Anyway, moving on. This, I just thought was a kind of a cute little basket with a pumpkin with a face on it. I mean, it's like a clown pumpkin. Can you see that? Or like a scarecrow pumpkin. It's not really a jack-o'-lantern. It doesn't look carved. It's got like a red nose. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's weird, but it's glass. It's fully glass. It's $2.99 at Savers. It's made to look like a basket. Just a little glass pumpkin basket. I have no idea who made it, how old it is. It doesn't look super new. I mean, it's definitely got a little scuffing here and there to it. And just like the way it's painted, I don't know, to me, I'm thinking 80s or 90s, back when people did a lot of that hand painted stuff. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but I just saw it and I thought it was kind of cute. So I bought it. Next, I have a lot of cookie cutters. A lot of cookie cutters. But this is a cookie mold from the Brown Bag. You see that? Brown Bag Cookie Art. 1988 Hill design. Anyway, it's a scaredy cat. So I thought that was definitely, obviously Halloween. I think that's really a cool one. I've seen a bunch of these before. I've sold a couple of them in my shop before. I think I have another one up there right now. I'm going to be listing this one. Not exactly my personal decor. I don't really do, I think of this as being more like farmhouse style, you know, more rustic, I guess. And I kind of do more of the mid-century. But you can't pass up a scaredy cat cookie mold. I want to say I paid $3 or $4 for this, and this was from Goodwill. So this has been in another haul. I got this at an estate sale. It says trick or treat. It's a little cat. There's this little tail. It's an ornament, and I didn't realize that people had Halloween trees. Like a Christmas tree, but a Halloween tree where you hung ornaments on it. I had no idea that that was a thing at all. And some Halloween ornaments go for crazy amount of money. This one probably will just be kind of an average amount of money. But I am selling him. I got him for $1 at the estate sale. He's wearing a purple sweater. Purple, again, Halloween color. Purple and orange and black, to me, are Halloween colors for sure. And even like olive green too. You know, think of like ghouls and witches and monsters. And he's pretty cute. He's not a scary Halloween ornament. He's just a hipster black cat in a purple sweater going trick-or-treating. Let's go and dive into the cookie cutters, shall we? I'll do these bags first. So there were 3 bags of cookie cutters. Now this one will be easiest, because there was also a Mickey Mouse in this one. This was $3 and there was only 3 cookie cutters in it, but there was a Mickey in there. So I bought it anyway. Now, cookie cutters, you can use them for decor. You know, you can like set them out as part of the decor, which is cute. My kids like to use them in their Play-Doh. We don't really bake cookies. My kitchen is this big, so we don't really bake cookies. Maybe at Christmas time, if I'm really feeling up to it. But for the most part, cookie cutters in this house are for Play-Doh. Here's a pumpkin, and I like these ones because they're metal, but they have the rubber. So those are really good for the kids. The plastic ones and the ones like this, I let him use now. The other ones I use more for decor or just like to sell for actual cookies. This one, he'll be able to use this one. Just because the regular metal ones, I've given them to him before, but he seems to not like the way they feel. Like he won't push down really hard on them. So that one had the pumpkin and this little teeny tiny bat. Can you see that? A little bat cookie cutter. I like the little tiny ones. I think they're really cute. And then Mickey Mouse. So that was kind of an expensive bag. This one, $4 at Savers. But these are the cookie, like the cookie presses. You know these? These are pretty cool, especially for my kids. So see, they have like the little press. And so you press the shape into it. Have you seen those before? So not only does it cut the shape out, but then it imprints the pattern onto the cookie or the Play-Doh too. Here's a little pumpkin. And what is this? Oh, I see. A witch. Maybe it looks better that way. There's a witch on flying on her broomstick. What in tarnation is this? A cat pumpkin? Like a cat? But it looks like a pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern. What? I guess it's a black cat. But, I mean, that has a pumpkin face, so. Alright. A skeleton. Can you see that? That's like, the lighting is, there we go. A skull. A skull. Skeleton skull. Alright, so that was it for that bag. And then last bag, another $2.99 bag. This one has kind of a lot in it. Oh, you know what? I've got some duplicates. I guess some of these are going to be sold. So here's a black cat. These are Fox Run, Scary Cat. These ones are Fox Run. Oh boy, it's got some tiny writing on it. Fox Run Craftsman? Fox Run Craftsman? Oh, that's the brand written on there. So there's a cat. Oh yeah, I've got like a lot of duplicates here. A moon. See, these are like brand new. They still have the tags on them. And a pumpkin. So those are all the same, essentially. And then there's some metal ones in here. Got a bunch of duplicates. That's so weird. A witch. Like, I bought these at completely different places. These were at Savers, and I'll show the next ones. It's exactly the same ones. How weird. An owl. I wonder if they were all the same set, even though some are metal and some are plastic. Pumpkin. Oh, and a bat. And this bat got a little scrunchetied. It's supposed to be a little... Well, I mean, does it really matter if my kid's playing with it? It's gonna get demolished anyway. So that's funny because that was Savers. And then this set, which there's actually some more. Here's a ghost. And, oh, this is a little bit different. Another ghost. But all of these were at a garage sale. Here's this. Look at all these different sized pumpkins. Look how cool this is. So yeah, all of these were at a garage sale in a big bag of cookie cutters that I got for $1. So that was a crazy price. And I've just pulled out the Halloween ones for now. But there was Christmas and, you know, everything else in it too. But see, there's the pumpkins. See all the different sizes for those. And then see, look, the metal ones are even the same too. The owl and the witch on the broomstick. And the bat. So I've got some duplicates. So that's just strange. That's odd. I mean, and I got those like months apart. The ones at the garage sale I got in summer, just like I said, in a giant plastic bag of cookie cutters. And I pulled out the Halloween ones for this. But apparently I have multiple sets now. The last of the cookie cutters here, oh, let me show you this, came in this bag at Savers for $1.49 for this giant bag of cookie cutters. So see, that's very strange. Like, you can get a giant bag of cookie cutters for $1.49, or you can get like 6 cookie cutters in a little plastic bag for $3 or $4. I don't know who prices things, but whatever. So these are all like the Christmas and fall ones. You can see like the leaves and snowflakes and mittens and things. But I pulled out all of the... I'm going to put them back in here as I go. I pulled out all the Halloween ones. I really like these because they're, well, I'll just show you. See how fun? That's a haunted house. See how expressive they are? They're very whimsical, I guess. And they're plastic, which is perfect for Bo, for my son to play with. So there's a little haunted house. And some of these are like really teeny tiny too. So it's fun. It's cute. There's a little pumpkin. See how small that is? Here's a bat. A kitty. This one took me a long time to figure out, but that's a witch face. You see, like, there's the nose and there's the chin, and then, you know, like up here, that's the hat. The hat up here. You see that? Maybe you see it clear as day, but it took me a while to figure it out. I was looking at like a moon, or because when you first look at it like this or some strange direction, it took me a minute. And then last one, here's a little ghost. So we're almost getting through it, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm notorious for making ridiculously long videos. All right, then here's something. This is one of my favorite things that I got. Not old. Let's see, Crate and Barrel. But I got it for $3. It's this tray. You see it? And this is just retro as can be. You see the pattern on there? I mean, I die. I live for this style of artwork. This is so right up my alley. This is like my favorite kind of stuff. Of course, if it was actually from the 50s and 60s, it would be even cooler, but I'm okay with retro sometimes too. You know, not everything has to be super old. I'm sure they didn't really make stuff like this. Like Halloween in the 50s was not Halloween marketed the way that it is today. You were getting a lot of like sheets with holes cut in them for sure back then. Yeah, so I love this. I am keeping this for my Halloween decor. It's perfect for me. This is basically the inspiration for my entire Halloween decor now. There it is. Looks great with my barbed wire Pyrex. I got this at an estate sale. It's marked $3. I believe I paid $3 for it. You put a tea light in there. Now, there are some paint yourself things that look like this, like even kind of the same mold shape, but this one does not appear to be painted by an individual. This, I believe, was purchased like this because of this sticker on the bottom. I don't know, I'm sure you can't read it, but I will read it to you. It says, when burning candle, place on a non-flammable surface. So warning labels, if you see a warning label on something, that's a dead giveaway that that thing is not very old. Not 50s anyway, not mid-century like what I look for. So this is 80s at best, but probably more recent than that. But it has the same vintage style and shape that you will see in the true vintage mid-century molds like this, like the paint it yourself kind of molds. So because of that, I got it. I have not looked up the value of these. I can't imagine them having a whole heck of a lot of value because I think it's probably just, they could have sold this at Big Lots for all I know, but I liked it. So if it's not worth anything, it's a keeper. And then last but not least, is this it? I have kitty cat mask because you can't have Halloween decor without a vintage mask. Now this is not exactly vintage, but it's not brand new either. And it's a black cat and I'm a cat person. And so I'm gonna close out, so it's $5, but it's Halloween. So what do you expect? And I just got it. I like having silly things to put on when I open the door for kids if I'm passing out candy. I'm really just gonna set this out because I mean it has a little headband. See, it has a little headband to keep it on. So it props up really easily to set it out for decor. And I'm just partial to cats. So without further ado, all right, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed my haul. It's kind of cute, really, when you look at it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you to Nicole and Aaron for hosting this collaboration. Please, 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 I am a new YouTuber and I would really, really appreciate your support. If you like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would be ever so grateful. See you next time. Bye.